Dealing with oily skin means battling shine and constant breakouts every single day. But buying a generic oily skin face wash usually fails because the idea of a single oily skin type is a myth. Fixing the problem requires matching a specific chemical formulation to your specific daily scenario. Look at this balancing scale diagram. The skincare landscape forces you into a chemical trade-off. You are constantly balancing aggressive, active acne-fighting power against the long-term preservation of your skin's moisture barrier. If you mismatch your ingredients to your actual skin needs, you will either leave your face permanently greasy, or you will completely destroy your skin's protective barrier trying to dry it out. Every face wash we are covering today has a direct purchase link in the description below, so you can secure exactly what you need. Achieving clear skin is not about buying the strongest wash on the shelf. It is about identifying your precise skin archetype before making a purchase. Coming in at number 5 is the Cetaphil DermaControl Oil Removing Foam Wash. This is the baseline choice if your skin is both oily and highly sensitive. The formulation relies entirely on Cetaphil's proprietary zinc technology. In clinical trials, this specific zinc complex reduces up to 99% of surface oil and shine, while actively calming existing redness and irritation. As you can see here, it pumps out as a light liquid before instantly transforming into an airy foam. It rinses away heavy impurities without leaving your face feeling tight or over-dried. The trade-off here is raw power. Because it is formulated for maximum gentleness, it lacks the aggressive active acids required to eliminate severe cystic acne. If you need daily oil control but your skin cannot tolerate harsh chemical exfoliants, this is your required baseline choice. At number 4 is the Neutrogena Oil-Free Acne Face Wash. This is the global dermatologist standard for actively clearing congested pores. The engine driving this formula is a steady 2% concentration of salicylic acid. As this cross-section of a pore shows, salicylic acid physically penetrates deep into the oil-clogged shaft. It actively dissolves the hardened debris and excess sebum that cause breakouts in the first place. Neutrogena pairs this with their microclear technology, a system clinically proven to boost the delivery of that acid right to the root of the acne. That penetration requires a trade-off. Daily application of this acid can lead to mild overdrying or barrier compromise if you fail to pair it with an adequate daily moisturizer. If your specific skin archetype prioritizes the active eradication of blackheads and daily pore congestion over maximum hydration, this is the standard. Number 3 is the PanOxyl Maximum Strength 10%. This is the most powerful over-the-counter acne cleanser available without a doctor's prescription. It utilizes a heavy 10% concentration of benzoyl peroxide. Independent laboratory testing proves this specific formula kills over 99% of acne-causing bacteria within just 15 seconds of physical contact. We can plot this on a quadrant chart, comparing barrier protection to acne-fighting power. PanOxyl plots aggressively into the extreme top left corner. It heavily biases absolute power over skin protection. The cost to the user is steep. This maximum strength carries a notoriously high risk of redness, flaking, and severe barrier disruption if you don't manage your routine meticulously. This is the nuclear option for persistent inflammatory acne. You only use this when you willingly sacrifice skin gentleness for absolute antibacterial power. At number 2, the Roche-Posay Toleriane Purifying Foaming Cleanser pivots us directly into the premium barrier repair category. The base of this formula is prebiotic thermal spring water. It biologically regulates excess sebum production without stripping your skin of its natural defenses. It supports that water with niacinamide to visibly tighten pores and ceramide 3 to physically reinforce your protective moisture barrier with every wash. The trade-off is speed versus long-term health. It optimizes for gentle biological regulation rather than rapid overnight exfoliation, and that sophisticated formulation comes at a premium price point. If your oily skin has been damaged by years of harsh chemicals, this is your optimal choice to repair that barrier while keeping the oil in check. Taking the number 1 spot is the CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser. This is the undisputed champion for daily, long-term oily skin maintenance. The formulation relies on a precise blend of 3 essential ceramides and hyaluronic acid. It successfully removes excess surface oil, but the hyaluronic acid actively locks in your skin's natural moisture during the cleansing process. Bringing back our quadrant chart, CeraVe plots smoothly into the bottom right corner. It is heavily biased toward high barrier protection and long-term health. The functional limitation is that it contains 0 active acne-killing medications. If you have an active breakout, you will need a separate spot treatment. But as a daily wash, it perfectly balances efficient oil removal with uncompromising long-term barrier health. It is the ultimate foundation for a consistent routine. Choosing the right product comes down to matching your primary symptom to the exact chemical formulation built to treat it. This decision tree breaks it down. Start with your primary symptom. For severe breakouts, trade gentleness for power and choose PanOxyl or Neutrogena. If your barrier is sensitive, choose Roche-Posay or Cetaphil. For a daily baseline, choose CeraVe. Life is too short to suffer from congested, breaking out skin just because you are using a mismatched cleanser. Click the links in the description to secure your specific product match right now. Hit subscribe and drop a comment below letting me know which face wash has worked best for your oily skin.